Hello and welcome back. This afternoon we have a video. I saw this video floating around of Chris Cuomo, if I can say it right, talking about the Trump assassination. He had some words.
Attempt.
Assassination attempt.
I don't want to
Yes.
freak anybody out.
Yeah, assassination attempt. Anyway, his show on News Nation. He said he spoke about it, and I liked what he said, and I thought we'd share. I know there's some videos, kind of bouncing around, some edited videos. I saw those, but this is actually from his actual
It's from News Nation,
his
which
show.
is his network. Yeah.
Yeah. This is from his show, so I thought it was really good. So I want to share it with you.
Yeah.
And you can think what you want about Trump. He does not have many more full-throated critics of what he says and does than me. Okay? And yet I called him today because I am ashamed of how we are responding and not responding to the threats on him. And I feel for his family.
Yeah.
And I know you can roll your eyes and say, oh, yeah, he asked for it. Listen, that's your choice, and I think it's a wrong choice, okay? We got to get out of the judgment business unless it's judging ourselves. And you got to start rewarding things that are better. And I got to tell you, I don't know how he stays in the race. I don't know how he got up after being shot in the head. And you people who try to mitigate that, you need to check yourself.
Yep.
He gets up, pumping his fist, stays in the race, barely even talks about it. Now, look, I do believe he has wasted opportunities, and he has another one now. Who better than Trump to say, we can do better? I can do better. I know he keeps doubling down on his angry rhetoric. How can he not? It keeps working for him. I don't know that it gets him elected. My theory is that he needs to expand. He had a chance to do it after he was the target of an assassination at the RNC. He had a chance to say, I know what got me here. It's not going to get me where I want us to be. He did not take that chance. He now has another chance. Oh, you're supporting Trump. I'm supporting us. The idea that I am a Trump supporter is laughable to the man on your screen right now. That is not what this is. I am worried about us. I am ashamed of what's happening around us right now and the relative lack of concern about it. I just don't see how we get anywhere better than where we are right now. Look, I'm not blaming Democrats. I'm really not. I blame the guy. And whatever disease he has that the people around him either knew about and did nothing about. The guy was arrested 20 years ago for barricading himself in a room with all these weapons. Where are we caring about one another? Where are we taking care of our own? Where are we pushing to get help? We're leaving people languishing, dying on the streets. What is going on with us?
Right.
I don't get it. That's why I reached out to Trump. I wanted to just say, listen, I'm really sorry that this is going on and it's being dealt with this way. Not because I'm in favor of his politics or what he says. I criticize him all the time. That's my job, and he deserves it. But he doesn't deserve this.
No.
A guy pointing an AK-47 at him while he's playing golf?
No.
And we take solace in the fact that the guy didn't get any rounds off. That does not work for me. If I had been through what that guy's been through in the last 2 months, you would not know where I am. You would never see me on TV again.
Right?
No way I would do that.
hiding.
I don't know how he does it. He's got kids, they're adults, but he's got grandkids. He's got a wife. People giving crap to Melania Trump, worrying about whether or not there was a plot around his husband. How could she not? I don't think she's right, but I totally get why she feels that way, and people mock her. And then her husband has a guy pointed with an AK-47. Where are those people apologizing? That's what it's time for. I should not have come at you, Melania Trump, for suggesting that maybe there was something more afoot. I get your paranoia.
Yeah, Don Lemon.
I get your feelings. You have a right to that. There's nothing wrong with saying that, with being a basic, decent human being.
Mm-hmm.
It has gotten too out of control,
Yes.
too far from where we need to be and how we need to be. And I don't know what to do about it. I don't know. So this is the last thing. This was the best I could do. All right? And of course, the prompter operator helped me out by, of course, scrolling past what I want for. Anyway, U2 has a song, Two Hearts Beat as One. It's from one of their earliest albums, War. Okay? I don't know what's got to be said. I don't know if it's black or white. There's some that see red. I don't get the answers right. I leave that to you. Is this love out of fashion, or is it the time of year? Are these words distraction to the words you want to hear? U2 was singing about, troubled relationships in their lives, but also about the reunification of Germany. And when I did the research and I looked at the lyrics, it really hit me. We are playing a dangerous game with ourselves, and we're doing it for petty stakes. And this can be broken. What we have can be broken. And no, not by Trump. He is not a despot in waiting. Okay? I don't buy it. And no, not by Harris. She is not a communist just because socialist isn't enough, so you had to ramp it up to Marxist to communist, but then you went back to communist because nobody knows what a Marxist is. It's because of what we're allowing ourselves to become en masse, and it will spread. I know that you don't feel connection to it in your life. I know. I know you shouldn't. Because our communities are strong, our people are strong, we care about one another. But there is a top-down phenomenon, and it is corroding us. It shouldn't be that more Trump supporters were asking me yesterday whether or not I think he's going to win than what happened with this guy with the AK-47. We've got to care about one another, even if you don't like or agree or are actively opposed. Fine, do all of those things. Mm-hmm. But we cannot forget our human decency.
No.
You got to care when somebody tries to kill somebody. I've told you this before, and I've learned the lesson so many times myself around the world. Either you care when anyone is hurt, or you'll never really care about anyone being hurt. And that's where we are. You can oppose, you cannot vote, you can dislike everything about, you can condemn the words. But you got to remember our interconnectedness. You got to remember that if we're not like this in this country, and I'm not saying thick as thieves, I'm not saying you got to walk around hugging and kissing everybody. Keep asking me why I call everybody brother, because I'm trying to suggest that we matter to each other, even if we disagree.
That's right.
I think U2 has it right. It's not black and white. People are going to see things different ways. But you have to be pushing us towards a better place. That is all that matters. Mm-hmm. And every moment it doesn't happen, every moment of opportunity, like what we just had, there's an opportunity in somebody trying something as screwed up as what this guy tried with Trump. For us to condemn what is wrong and embrace what is right. Where are our leaders? Where are the people who want to be at the head, showing what we are at our best? You tell me, because I do not have the answers, but I see the problem, and so should you.
So that's pretty good.
That was really good.
Now, I am no Cuomo fan.
I have mixed emotions about it.
I never liked him in the past. But I'll be honest. I've watched him. I watched him speak a few times since he's left CNN, and I don't know if more of the true hymns coming out or what. I know he's been on Patrick Bet David. I don't agree with what he says, all of what he says, but he does have moments where he says something that I'll agree with. I think this right here was good.
I think that he is being genuine, and that is something that I can appreciate and respect in another person, even if I don't agree with them.
Yeah.
Because if they believe in what they're saying and they're being respectful and kind, I can respect that and actually appreciate it. Because I think he's trying to help. He's trying to kind of shine things in a different light. I think he's noticing something that sometimes we get lost in all the chaos and the crazy. And, it's almost like politics has just changed so much. I remember growing up and it was like, you had Republicans and Democrats, but they didn't hate each other. I mean, it wasn't like, it was nothing like this.
Yeah.
It was like you could be friends. You could have neighbors and family members that were different than you, and you just laugh it off and carry on because we were still America. We were still the United States. And yeah, there may have been things that could have been done different here and there, but we were safe and we were okay. So there wasn't this sense of like chaos and do or die. I just feel like that's what he's kind of getting at, that it's dangerous, and it's just really hard. It's crazy times that we're living in, but I do think that he is genuine, and I kind of feel the same way. I mean, but there are some things that I do agree with, and I can appreciate. I can appreciate opposition because I feel like that's what makes us better. Yeah. Especially opposition that's honest and that can bring a good argument, a good debate about issues that are not only relevant but also very important. And I think that that's how you come to a better outcome, better decision making, better critical thinking. And like he said, we're in this weird judgmental era where everyone's pointing their finger at somebody else, and there's not a lot of accountability going on. And I blame our leadership. And I think too, like what he was talking about there at the end, it's because we don't have true leadership, and we haven't had that in a very long time. And I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of secretly hoping for some like Phoenix rising from the ashes kind of a situation to happen in the next, maybe, hopefully the next election cycle, possibly. I don't know. But I do think, like the saying goes, hard times create strong men create good times create weak men. Yeah. I think we've been having a good time for a while, and I think that we have a bunch of weak people and weak minds, and I think that that's our issue, and I think that that's where we're at, and we're in the middle of a big mess, and it's a lot of people pointing their fingers, videoing, taking pictures while something's happening to someone. There's no one jumping in to really help. There's no one offering solutions. There's no one saying, this sucks and this is all terrible. Why don't we try this? There's a lot of this sucks and you're terrible. Well, no, you're terrible. Well, no, you're wrong. Well, no, you're wrong. It's like, okay, it's getting out of hand. And it's like, when is there going to be real solutions? And when are we going to realize that with that kind of thinking, it's kind of like a marriage. If one loses, you both lose. If half of our country loses, if you really think about it like that, is that really a win? In the grand scheme of things? I don't know. Maybe I'm getting philosophical here, but I just kind of feel like You have to see the forest for the trees. Don't lose yourself. We live in crazy times.
Yeah.
But to see a lot of the comments that people have made about this attempt on Trump's life for the second time, how callous people are.
Mm-hmm.
It's very concerning. It's very disheartening to see. It's hard to know what's real. And I think that's another thing too.
It doesn't speak well for the morality of
not at all. As a people, like
no,
what
it does not.
is that? I mean, we're like, we need to save America. Well, we need to start with ourselves.
Yeah.
We need to start with how we talk to each other. What kind of example we're being for our children. I don't think that we shouldn't be spreading hate.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Stand up for what's right. But when someone is doing something wrong, your first instinct shouldn't be to kick them. It should be to, hey, I don't think that's right. Maybe you should read this or try to help, just try to be helpful. And I think that's what he was doing. I've been feeling a little under the weather. Anyway, my nose is a little runny. But I think that that's something that he was doing. And that's also something that I can appreciate too, even if I don't agree with their politics. But politics aren't everything.
Mm-hmm.
We should value human life. We should value whoever's human life it is. We should also value our families, our loved ones, our neighbors,
Yeah.
So I think that's the takeaway, is just making sure that your priorities are in order.
Yeah, regardless of who you vote for and all, we can't hate each other.
No.
We can't hate our neighbors because they support someone else. We can oppose them. Mm-hmm. We can talk about it, but you still have to be able to live with each other. And right now I am worried that the track that we're going, it's not going to end well. If Trump or Harris or Biden one would be assassinated right now, it would be disastrous for the country. Not just the fact that they were being shot or killed. I think it would absolutely,
the aftermath would be awful.
Would absolutely split this country in part, because one side would blame the other side, and we'd be at odds with each other. And I truly believe it would cause neighbor to fight with neighbor, because I feel like we're at a tipping point right now.
And people say like Civil War, and I'm like, stop! You don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
No one should want that. No one should want that.
No, because the first thing would happen when we start fighting amongst ourselves, China or Russia would swoop in.
Well, that too, but honestly, I just feel like the Civil War was a very, very dark spot on our history, and it was a lot to recover from. It's not something to just say.
No.
It's something that you need to really think about what you're saying, and it's not something that anyone should want.
No.
Or talk about lightly like that. Like, that should be like, we don't want this. What can we do to prevent that from happening?
That's right.
Because that is one thing about our country and how special it is, that we can disagree. That we do have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
We can't lose that because we don't respect our neighbor's voice. Because it just infuriates us so much that someone would oppose us, that we'd rather us both lose our rights, us both lose our country, lose us, lose who we are. It's just not. There are ways to deal with these kinds of things. I don't know the answer, but
I don't know. The rhetoric on both sides needs to stop. It really does.
It does.
But
anyway.
Well,
I think I went on and on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did. But
if you're still listening, thank you.
But anyway, we just want to we're going to end this one now, I believe.
Yes.
But just want to say thank you for everyone. If you watch to the end, we appreciate it. Please like, comment, share the video with your friends. Let us know what you think. We haven't put out a video in a few days. We've been kind of busy, but
We've had some stuff going on.
We're going to try to get back on track. But anyway, we appreciate your support.
Yes.
Everyone who has already followed and watching our videos, thank you so much.
And subscribe, thank you.
And you've subscribed, thank you. But please, if you would, help us grow. Send these videos out to your friends, anyone you think that would enjoy listening to us rant. But anyway.
And please leave us a comment
Yep.
if you have any feedback. We'd love to hear from you.
Yep, we would.
So,
Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
until next time, we'll see y'all.
bye-bye.